Dr. Kane Matthews worked late in his medical lab on the space station orbiting Mars when the emergency alarm screamed through the corridors. The doors burst open and security guards dragged in a wounded alien woman. Her skin was pale blue like winter, ice in her eyes glowed red like dying stars. The alien woman had long silver hair that flowed like liquid metal down her back. She wore torn black clothing that looked like it was made from some unknown material. Blood seeped from deep cuts across her arms and chest. The guards threw her onto the medical table and stepped back with their weapons ready. Kane had never seen her species before. She was tall and elegant with sharp features that reminded him of ancient Earth legends about vampires. Her breathing was shallow and her pulse was weak. Kane knew she would die without immediate help. He ignored the guards' warnings and began treating her wounds. The alien woman opened her glowing red eyes and looked directly at him. She whispered something, in a language he could not understand. Then she grabbed his wrist with surprising strength. Her fangs sank deep into his arm. Kane felt a burning sensation spread through his blood. He tried to pull away, but she held him tight. The pain was intense, but somehow he felt connected to her in a way he could not explain. After a few moments, she released him and fell unconscious. The bite mark on Kane's arm healed within minutes, leaving only 2 small scars. The guards were amazed, but Kane felt different. Something had changed in his blood. He could feel it moving through his veins like liquid fire over the next few days. Kane took care of the alien woman whose name was Zara. She belonged to a species called the Nixari, who were ancient beings that fed on blood to survive. Her people had been at war with another alien race for centuries, and she was one of the last survivors. Zara explained that her bite had changed Kane's blood in a unique way. Human blood was normally toxic to her kind, but now his blood could actually heal the Nixari. She had never seen anything like it in all her long years of life. Kane discovered that his blood now contained special properties that could cure diseases and heal wounds in the Nixari people. Word spread quickly through the galaxy that a human doctor possessed blood that could save the dying vampire race. Soon other Nixari began arriving at the space station. They were desperate and weak from years of war and starvation. Kane willingly donated his blood to help them and watched as they grew stronger. Each time he gave blood, his body quickly regenerated more. The other humans on the station were afraid and suspicious. They thought Kane was making a terrible mistake by helping the alien vampires. The military wanted to study him and use his blood as a weapon against alien enemies. But Kane refused to let them turn his gift into something evil. He had seen the suffering in Zara's eyes and knew that the Nixari were not monsters. They were simply a dying race trying to survive. Zara taught Kane about her people's history and culture. The Nixari had once been a peaceful civilization that explored the stars and created beautiful art. But war had destroyed most of their worlds and turned them into refugees. Kane realized that humans and Nixari could work together. His blood was the bridge between their species that could bring peace instead of conflict. He proposed an alliance where humans would provide medical aid and the Nixari would share their advanced technology. The human government was reluctant at first, but Kane proved that cooperation was better than conflict. He established the first human Nixari medical center, where both species could receive treatment. Zara became his partner in this new venture. She used her knowledge of alien biology to help Kane treat patients from many different species. Together they saved countless lives and built trust between humans and aliens. The bite that had seemed like an attack had actually been a gift. Zara's desperate act to save her own life had created something wonderful. Kane understood that sometimes the most unexpected encounters can change everything. His blood continued to be the key to healing the Nixari, but more importantly, his friendship with Zara showed both species that they could overcome their fears and work together. Kane had become living proof that humans could adapt and thrive alongside alien races. The war that had nearly destroyed the Nixari finally ended when other alien species saw the successful partnership between humans and the vampire race. Peace negotiations began, and Kane served as a mediator, using his unique connection to both sides. Years later, Kane and Zara traveled the galaxy, together establishing medical stations and teaching other species about cooperation. They had proven that even the most different beings could find common ground, and create something beautiful together. The bite mark on Kane's arm had faded, but the bond between human and Nixari remained strong. His blood still carried the power to heal, but his heart carried something even more valuable: the knowledge that understanding and compassion could bridge any gap between the stars.